Talking about New York Democratic Congressman Joe Crowley, chairman of the House Democratic Caucus, and New Jersey Republican Congressman Lance. Gentlemen, you were listening to Garrett right across from you over here lay out the priorities for 2018, the potential challenges for 2018. Is there going to be a government shutdown? First to you, Congressman.
No, absolutely not. I don't favor it. I didn't favor it when Barack Obama was president. I don't favor it now that Donald Trump is president. I voted for funding until January 19th, and I hope and expect that there will be an agreement, and I think the meeting today will be a step in the right direction.
What are the Democratic priorities?
Well, first of all, I would like to say the Democrats are not in support of a government shutdown either. The Democratic priorities are certainly the DREAM Act. Clean Dream Act. We want to see pension protection. We want to see the CHIP Act fully funded in an agreed funding mechanism. We want to see that Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands are made whole again. Those American citizens are made whole. That's just a few of the issues that the Democrats are concerned about. We certainly have an agenda.
And what are the priorities of the Republican Party?
The priorities are to make sure that government continues and that our troops are funded in the field. And I certainly want a DACA compromise, and I think that that is possible. And I think the White House and the administration are working on that. And that might involve greater border security, but it doesn't necessarily involve, Katie, a wall.
Well, I mean, it's great to have the both of you on together, by the way. Thank you both for coming on together. We so rarely see both sides of the aisle standing next to each other or sitting next to each other, let alone talking about ways that they can compromise. But let's talk about that. If DACA is something that Republicans, at least a good portion of them, want to get done, and something Democrats want to get done, what can you, as a Democrat, concede to the Republicans in order to make sure that that happens and those 800,000 dreamers are protected?
Well, I think there's a false premise here. In other words, equating security and border security with the DACA individuals themselves. They are not a security risk to the American people. They love this country. This is the country they know and love, and they are now in a state of limbo. And unless the president, who has promised to address this issue, works to make that happen in a clean bill, that's what Democrats are looking for. You know, a $40 billion wall is a waste of government money. And I think you and Lance would have to agree, and some of my Republican colleagues are more conservative in terms of spending. You can't drive on it. You can't live in it. You can't do anything with it. And it really is just a waste of government resources. We have the security along our border that we need. And we can certainly talk about addressing some of the issues that need to be addressed. But let's not conflate the two issues together.
But if the president says, I'm not going to make a deal, I won't stand for a deal that doesn't involve funding my wall, what do you as a Republican do?
I think that we can have a compromise in this area, and I don't think there's going to be the funding for a wall. But that doesn't mean we can't have greater border security, and we certainly want to address this issue by the first week in March, which is the 6-month deadline, and I would prefer to address it sooner rather than later, including perhaps by January 19th.
We'd like to do it by January 19th as well.
And I want to work in a bipartisan capacity, and I think that that is possible. And
you hail from a blue county. Let's be honest. Are your Republican colleagues who hail from deep red counties, ones who voted for Donald Trump because they wanted the wall, because they were into immigration and stopping immigration, are they going to be as amenable to a compromise?
Well, Katie, I hail from a red county, Hunterdon County, New Jersey, and my district is a Republican-leaning district. New Jersey is a blue state. Secretary Clinton carried New Jersey. But I want to work with colleagues like my friend Joe. We are the co-chairs of the Rare Disease Caucus in the House of Representatives. We've worked well together in the past, and I'm sure we can fund the government, and I'm sure we can address the DACA issue.
The other big elephant in the room, and since you guys are here, I'd like to get your comments on it. This new book that's out, Fire and Fury, by Michael Wolff. It details what's been going on inside the White House and what was going on at the end of the campaign. Steve Bannon has some explosive stuff in here, talking specifically about the Don Jr., Jared Kushner, Paul Manafort meeting with the Russian national, the lawyer, back in June 2016, where she purported to have dirt on Hillary Clinton. Steve Bannon calls that meeting treasonous. Do you think that meeting is treasonous?
I certainly think it should be investigated by the special counsel, and I was the first Republican in the House to say that Jeff Sessions should recuse himself, and I support the appointment of the special counsel and support his work. Let me say that I don't think Steve Bannon gives good political advice. I would not have voted for Roy Moore. I think Senator Shelby was right, writing in the name of a Republican, and so I think that all should be placed in the context of this situation.
What do you think?
I think it really shines a light on what is a very, very troubling issue for this administration. It was during the campaign, and if Steve Bannon can call it collusion, I think is what he's saying, that there was it was treasonous. That is
He's
really
going a step farther
that is really bad news for this White House right now.
He's saying that somebody should have alerted the FBI.
There's no question about that's what he's saying.
Should somebody have alerted the FBI?
Yes, I think someone should have alerted the FBI, and I would have done so if I had been in that situation.
Congressman Lance, Congressman Crowley, gentlemen, thank you so much
Thanks,
for being
Katy.
here
Happy
and
New
taking
Year.